Welcome into the Toyota Lounge, powered by your Front Range Toyota dealerships. This is the DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by Coors Light and Bet365. Not how I was expecting to start this pregame show. We were getting ready to talk about this hockey game, and we still will. But obviously the breaking news just before, Val Nichushkin entering Stage 3 of the NHL Player Assistance Program. Obviously, first and foremost, Val, wish him nothing but the best. Hopefully he can get the help he needs this time. And hopefully he can get out of this and go on to lead a normal life. As far as the overarching conversation with this, I don't really think a pregame show is the place to do it.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to do this.
We will talk about it on an off day, I'm sure. But for tonight, he's out of the lineup, and the Avalanche have a hockey game to play. Is what it is. Jonathan Drouin is back in the lineup for the Avs on that note. So mechanically, it seems like a pretty easy drop into that role, even if they are different players. Avs are down 2-1 in the series. Is it a must-win game? Technically, no. But as Eric always says, you can't lose 2 in a row. The Avs already did that. You certainly can't lose 3 in a row, right?
Well, I agree with you. I mean, somewhere, somehow, you got to find a way to muster a win, right? Muster up a win.
Yep.
Where you've done it all year. You've done it all year. So you got to dig deep, and, you know, we'll get into it right here. But, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with it's a must-win, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I pretty much agree with you.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, without saying it.
Yeah.
You know, there you go.
You're not eliminated if you lose, but you kind of need to win it, for sure.
Boy, is it easier.
Avs coming into tonight, they struggled to produce goals the other night. They have 0 goals in the first period of this series. I don't even think they started badly necessarily last period 1, but is there anything Colorado can do to get off the blocks with a little bit more jump tonight?
Score. It's unfortunately the only answer I've got.
And it's the right answer.
No, I'm laughing, but I agree. You know, it's true.
Games 1 and games 3, they didn't really have bad first periods.
Yeah.
The first period of game 1 obviously was a lot of things went Dallas's way that created the 3-0 scoreline.
It should have at worst been 1-0.
Yeah. Game 2, they got housed. But yeah, the real difference here is just score. Get up. Just get up by 1, and then maybe you can get up by 2. But get up by 1, and let's see how it goes.
Series.
Yeah, well,
and then you'll see how they react to it.
Let's see how it goes from there.
I mean, you see how Dallas reacts to it. We haven't seen it. We don't know. We haven't played for 1 second with the lead yet.
Yep.
I think Manson talked about it or something like that today, saying like, hey, we're trying to score the first goal of every game. You're trying not to give up any goals, but it just hasn't happened. So I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's more like AJ's saying, I think it's very important because you'll see how Dallas is going to react. Because, you know, they can say all they want. Yeah, we stuck to our game plan. You know, somewhere, somehow, when you're down by a goal, it's not the same freaking game plan. Like, it's human nature. It's different. It's different when you're down by a goal or 2 than if you're up by 1 or 2. It's human nature. And that's every team, not just Dallas Stars. It's every team.
It's a complicated situation, right? Because I think if you look at games 1 and 2 of this series, there are a lot of things the Avs could do better. You look at game 3, the third period was a struggle, but the Avs did a lot of things right. So you're asking them to continue to do those things correct, but they just need that half-inch more to get rewarded for it by putting pucks in the back of the net, right? And is some of that, hey, they need a good bounce here or there? Maybe. Is some of that, hey, they need a little bit of a better play? Yes. I'm not a wizard. I can't magically make them get that bounce, but it does feel like if the Avs continue to play well, things will start rolling downhill for them a little bit.
Keep playing well. It gives you your best chance to create goals. That's all you can do, man.
Yep.
And then, you know, if a goalie locks it down, then a goalie locks it down, and you shrug your shoulders, and that's hockey.
Yep.
But you keep playing well. I know there were a lot of people after the last game mad at me because I was like, yeah, I love this process. I want this process to continue. I want the process to continue. How do you create goals? You have good process. You make good plays. You stay at it. You just hack away at it.
Yep.
You never give up on it. You play the game the right way, and you put yourself in a chance, in a pretty good chance to get rewarded. Jesus. I've had a hard time talking all day. It's crazy.
And you know what? If the goals don't come, at least you can say, hey, we put it all out there.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer. I'm a firm believer. You create your bounces. You create your puck luck. And like AJ just said, the process and everything. It is, because if you start cheating that game, you're not going to get rewarded. You might get rewarded on one thing, but in the long run, you won't. This game is like life. It's nothing different.
What?
And I tell you one thing.
No Devon Taves tonight?
Great.
What the fuck, man?
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Jesus. Where's the problem there?
He apparently took morning skate and is out. That's all we got.
So he's either sick or he's got lingering effects from that.
All right. Well,
all right.
that was a fun detour in the middle of this.
Yeah. And then, all right. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what I was saying, honestly.
Well, the Avs lineup is self-destructing in front of our eyes. How do you have 3 keys to win this game when you don't even know who's in the lineup, Eric? How do you do
you
that?
know what? You know what? All right, let me get through the 3 keys here, and then I'll say one comment right after. Well, very simple, right? Ottinger's been good, so grease. You need more garbage. You keep going with the process, like AJ's been saying, but maybe you dig down more a little bit at Pizza Hut. You roll up the sleeves, you get a little more dirty, especially with Val not being there. Obviously, Val's been doing that in front of the net, so bring the passion. There's a way to score goals too. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want to finish. Like you just bring a little bit more, like that 2-3% more, a little more oomph, a little more energy, and then a little more grease, and then you get rewarded a little more. Number 2, lacked a little bit last game. There's a reason why they lost. Execute all over the ice. I believe the execution wasn't there on the power play, but it's as close to a must-win needed, like we talked about. You dictate the game and the pace. Know where the danger is, like that goal against there with Devon got that beat a couple times. You got to feel the danger. You got to know where the danger is. So execution is a must tonight. 3, we just talked about it. Get a lead. I don't care that people say, "Oh, it's not important." It is important. It is important today. It is important at Game 4 of this series. It is important to go get a lead because they haven't had a lead for 1 second. It's easier to dictate, to play with it. Make Dallas change their plan. And then you're going to need saves, too. In order to get a lead, you're going to need saves. So we'll leave it at that. And here's what I want to say. I always say, the 3 of us, always say in our keys and the keys that we don't talk about special teams and goaltending. They're a given, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go like this tonight. Forget about the 3 keys I just made there. Those are all side notes. Tonight, you score on the power play, you have a chance to win. You don't, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be tough. And this is not a knock on Georgiev, he has to be the better goaltender on the ice. Hopefully, there's only 2 goaltenders tonight on the ice. There's no injuries to anybody, both sides. He has to be the better goaltender of the 2. It's not a knock on him. I haven't said that it's his fault that he's been bad, but those are 3 games in a row you sub 900. He's in the 800s the last 3 games. Whether it's his fault or not, you can't have that. So here's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to put the juice.
Oh, God. He's got props.
Doing?
I got props.
Oh my God.
We're going to do a little Patty YS tonight.
Why?
We need him to be good tonight. We need him to be great. We've said all season.
Why would you invoke God, though?
No, it's okay. We're going to put him right next to him, right here. See? They're going to be right next to each other. We're going to give him some jujubes. Like I said to you, I am not putting the freaking negative on him. I'm pulling for him. He needs to have one of those games where you say, hey, he really stole this game. With this lineup right now that you're saying now out of the blue, like you have 7 that's out, 13 that's out, like you might need the guy to be outstanding tonight. He can't be good. He needs to be great tonight. And if he's great tonight, the Avs are going to win the game.
Well, I can think of a few other guys who the Avs might need a great night out of. Who's going to eat tonight with Circle K's Inner Circle Rewards? Eric,
I'm going to go
first.
first.
Going with Georgiev?
I just gave my Georgiev is my, and I'm pulling for him. For all the people that think I hate him, I'm pulling for him. Tonight, he's got to be the Circle K eater for the Avalanche. He has to be the best player on the ice because no matter what, you're going to slice it and say, oh, we have a hockey game to play. The number 13 news, it is a freaking shakes you up a little bit. Now, Devontae's, who knows? We don't know what's going on, but sounds like he's not in there. That's another one of the, you're talking about 25, 28 minutes
What are
a
these
night.
noises?
So we need Georgiev to be Patty Wyeth tonight and come up with a freaking performance that people go, wow, he was their best player tonight. So if we get that tonight, he's my Circle K eater of the night for those reasons. And I'm pulling for Georgie Men tonight. I am in his corner. I'm going to be pulling for him. We're going to bring him all the nice vibes for him.
Well, look, I'm going to take the obvious answer here and go with Mikko. Not only now do you need Mikko to be better because he just hasn't been good enough, but you're now in a top six without Val Nichushkin. As far as physical size, Mikko is now the biggest guy in your lineup as far as the top six is concerned. He has to go play like it. He needs to use that size. He needs to listen to Eric's first key, get to Pizza Hut, do some of that greasy stuff, and he needs to produce in the way that we know he's capable of. The Avs are going to need their stars to step up and carry them, given the guys that have stepped out of the lineup minutes before this game. You need an all-world performance from Mikko Rantanen tonight. Not want it, you need it. You need Mikko to show up. That's why I'm taking him as my eater. The Avs need it. AJ, who you got?
We're done.
Okay. Also Mikko and Georgiev?
No, I'm not picking an eater.
No eaters? Okay.
I refuse. After how this has been going for me, those two did. We're good. If you're going to make me pick one, I'm picking Jake Ottinger. He's so good. He's the man. He's going to eat. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Loves to eat pucks.
And deposit them
yum.
in the back of his net?
Yeah. Yum, yum, yum. Like Pac-Man.
Well, those are our Circle K Inner Circle eaters of the game. Make sure you get signed up for the Inner Circle Rewards app today. Go to CircleK.com/Inner Circle or use the QR code on screen to get signed up. 25 cents off a gallon, your first 5 fill-ups. You can also get any size Polar Pop for 69 cents and a bunch of other amazing game day snack deals with Inner Circle Rewards. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Play with the lead. The Avs, again, have led for 0 seconds of this
I'm
series.
so excited we get to ban Robert. Thanks, buddy. Go ahead.
We get to... We need to see what this series looks like when the Avs have a lead. Because we genuinely don't know. We genuinely don't know what Dallas looks like when they have to chase a game.
Totally agree.
Maybe it looks great and Dallas dominates for that section
of
the hockey. We don't know. Maybe they go away. We don't know.
Yeah.
Almost certainly going to be somewhere in between those two, but...
We're in game 4. Let's see this in a new game state. Let's see what happens with the Avs leading one.
Yep. It would be nice. It would be a nice situation to be in, at least to change it up a little bit. And when it comes to Colorado, they need more goal scoring than they had the other night. I obviously picked Mikko as my eater. But does a little bit of this fall in the Avs' depth to produce a little bit more?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I think the second line kind of the obvious mark here, particularly with Jonathan Drouin getting back into the lineup. And maybe he ends up on the first line. I don't know what the shape of it looks like. But certainly Casey Middlestat on that second line.
That's my guy. He's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get mad at Yakov Trenin if he's not going to have a great series. But Casey Middlestat, you got to have a series.
Yep. The Avs just need it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more guys. There's guys that can do more that haven't reached their ceiling in this series. Absolutely. And he's one of them. And we're pulling for him too, and we love him. But now he's got to step up, especially with the news from today. I don't care if you're winger, center, it doesn't matter. It needs to be production.
Yep.
You got to produce. At some point, you want to be a top-end guy in the NHL, then you got to produce at crucial times. And down 2-1 in the series when it seems like bodies are flying out the frickin' roster today, you got to come up big and you got to come up and produce. This is your time to produce.
Yeah, and look, as a team, and I guess as people, you grow through what you go through.
Yep.
The Avs went through this last year. So for some of them, like 4 of them, you've got experience with this kind of pregame gut punch that
not your first rodeo,
yeah,
for
that
sure.
you get from Val Nichushkin. So figure it out. Rise up, meet the moment. Mikko was great last year when that happened. He was one of the only guys that actually was worth a damn in that series.
I agree.
Time to see that guy again. And obviously, Casey Middlestad, Jonathan Drouin, especially Jonathan Drouin, go off, King.
You're back. Why not?
Absolutely. You may not get very many of these in an Avs sweater this year. Go crazy, brother.
But you know what? You see people's true colors in adversity. Obviously, I haven't given up. I'm not throwing the towel on today's game. The Avs are going to win. The Avs are going to win. But they're going to need everybody's contribution. And this is when you see people and your true colors is in adversity. You don't see true colors when everything's going great. You see true colors when you're down 2-1 in the series, when you're losing a key forward to all the reasons, and you're losing a key defenseman like Devon Tays tonight for who knows why he's out. But you're talking about 25 freaking minutes of ice time. You're going to need Sammy to pump up. You're going to need Walker to pump up. You're going to need Manson to play. You're going to need everybody's top game tonight. And I think they're going to get it.
I hope they get it. I certainly hope they get it. It should be a game of hockey. An hour ago, I'd have told you I feel pretty good about this one for Colorado. Now, I have no idea.
I felt great when I got here.
Yeah.
I do not feel great.
But you're going to feel great after.
Well, and you never know, because something like this can have a galvanizing effect.
It could energize
that's what I'm
them.
saying. You're going to feel great after. You're going to feel greater that way.
It could also... This game could also see a blowout go Dallas's way, and I wouldn't be all that surprised 100%. Either way.
Yeah. I know, I agree with you. Yeah. But I tell you one thing, you roll up your sleeves, and this is not being a homer here, but on a day like today right now, you feel for guys like, and I'll go right to the top, you feel for guys like, forget about the players, I'm talking about C-Mac and Joel, you put in a lot of work, to make this team a great roster, and on a day like today, you got to feel a little bit like, forget about the human side of everything else. I'm purely about hockey. It's a freaking tough day. But you roll up right now, and you go and get it. And there's no excuse, and you go go get it done. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about it after the game, right?
Exactly right.
It is what we do here.
All right, let's get to my bets. Did not go with one of our eaters tonight, but... one of the boosted bets from DNVR you can get right now. Arturi Lehkonen to score and the Avs to win at plus 450. Same kind of story. We picked this bet beforehand, but with Val out, Lecky becomes that much more important to the Avs top six as one of those guys who goes to the dirty areas and does the hard work.
I picked him as an eater last game, and all he did was eat shit, so I'm staying away from it.
You got 100 today, so you're good.
Exactly.
You're good.
Jesus, man.
Well, look, you have a bad game, don't have a second one in a row if you're Arturi Lehkonen, right? Bounce back, give the Avs what they need to get this series even. Do your betting with Bet365. Of course, when you do, you must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. And be sure to use that DNVR365 code when you sign up to get a bunch of amazing boosts. It's going to be a weird start to this one. It's going to be a weird start, but hopefully you can settle into a hockey game and it can at least during the game feel like a normal-ish hockey game.
During the game, it's just a hockey game.
Yep.
Nothing extraordinarily special about it.
You have your 20 guys that are going to go play hockey tonight, and you go play.
You've got your guys. You've got a job ahead of you. You've got details. Go be committed to them.
There you go. Details to get done. We do have one super chat here from Broker who says, at this rate, with all the surprises, I'm hoping Landy returns like the Undertaker from the grave, LOL. Sending good vibes for the boys. Believe, go Avs.
Game 6. Game 6. He's gonna come back.
Been saying this all series.
He's gonna come stomping out of that, there. They're not gonna tell anybody. He's gonna be a first guy on the ice, and everybody's gonna lose their minds during warm-ups.
I know this podcast isn't gonna get the reference, but someone in chat will. Game 6, if he does come back, when they come on the ice for warm-ups, they should play the Stone Cold Glass Break.
Oh, God.
From WWE.
Somehow I get this.
Yeah, everyone would go crazy.
I keep saying it's going to be Willis. It's his Willis Reed moment.
I don't know who Willis Reed is.
Yeah, that's a It's a good reference.
I
You're all
believe
very
you.
welcome when you Google it.
Maybe the Rangers are having a Willis Reed moment right now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that
but
series is about to go to Game 6. Carolina staying alive in that one. So
Yeah. Win tonight so we can get that Game 6 and Landy can
Yeah.
come back on home ice.
don't go
That's all I'm
down
saying.
3-1 like Carolina did. Make it 2-2.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I got. Any final thoughts from you guys? No?
You got the good juju's. You got the good
Good
juice.
juju.
Here. Yeah.
Need some. All right. We are going to wrap up this pregame show, but we will have a watch along for you before puck drop. Tune in, watch the game with us, and at very least, make sure you tune in post-game no matter what happens. We will break it all down for you, and it'll be something. I'm not going to say fun necessarily, but it'll be something. Might be fun. We'll see.
Hop knows what I'm talking about. Hop always knows.
New York Knicks. Oh, is he that guy who scored like a million? No, that's a different guy.
Nope.
Anyway, I don't know anything about basketball. We're going to go talk about hockey. We'll talk to you in a minute.
We all silly like the mayor.